is Ielts speaking, and I sent the PDF file to your Zalo or our Zalo group chat, and I want you to check that, okay? Yeah. So before we begin, wait. Okay, so before we begin, let us have first here, New Yan again. So before we begin, let us have first here our short activity, okay? So please check the PDF file I sent you there, all right? Now, what you need to do is I want you to, again, before we begin with our speaking part one and part two today, let us have first a short activity, okay? So what you need to do is I want you to think of a member of your family that you would like to talk about, okay? So it can be your dad, your mom, your brother, your sister. It can be your grandma, grandpa, or any member of your family, okay? Extended or nuclear family, all right? So, for example, here, it could be your sister, it could be your grandma, it could be your brother, it could be your dad or father, it could be your grandpa, or it could be your mom, okay? So I'd like you to tell us who this person is and describe their physical character, personality, etc., your experiences with them, all right, and their job and so on. So here's a model answer here. For example, I'm going to talk about my dad. So one thing I love about my dad is that he is very generous, all right? He often gives us things we need. Not only this, he's also funny. He talks a lot about funny stories, which we all enjoy. My dad, so that's maybe experiences or job. So my dad works as a mechanic, and this job is about fixing vehicles like cars, okay, trucks, all right, cars, trucks, or motorbikes. And one thing we enjoy doing together, that could be experiences right here. So one thing that we enjoy doing together is watching movies and having a barbecue, okay? So again, I want you to choose one member of your family, and I want you to um, describe who he or she is, their physical appearance, character, personality, your experiences with them, and their job or what they do, okay? So you will have 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes to prepare, all right? And after that, I want you to speak your answer in the class, okay? So let's do it in 3 to 5 minutes, all right? Okay, so let's hear from New Hien. New Hien, you finished?
Sorry, teacher, I haven't finished.
Okay, how about Trantian? Trantian, you finished? You done?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, great. So, Trantian, I'd like you to describe one member of your family, okay, and talk about them, okay? So, can you start, please?
I'm going to talk about my dad. He is about 40, 45 years old,
Mm,
tall and strong. My dad is very strict but loves me. He
mm,
is a police officer. He likes watching movie and cooking. I love
mm,
him because he always takes care of our family. Yes, that's all.
mm. Okay, how about Shang? Shang, you finished? You done?
No, I haven't finished.
Mm. How about Tom? Tom, you finished? Tom, are you there, Tom? Okay, Tom, you there? I'll give you 2 more minutes to finish this activity, okay? I'll give you 2 minutes more, right? Yeah, 2 minutes more, okay? Okay, so New Hien, you finished?
Yes, teacher.
Great. So, New Hien, could you please tell me about or describe a member of your family? Can you start?
I'm going to talk about my mother. He's very kind and careful because he's a kindergarten teacher.
Mm.
I often talk to her because he's so
She is so gentle. Okay.
gentle and understanding me. Not
Mm.
only does she look after me, but also support many people in my family.
Mm.
Um, I feel very lucky to have her in my life.
Great job. And let's hear from Trantien. Sorry. Shang.
Yes.
Shang, can you start?
Yes. I am gonna talk about my dad. One thing I love about him is that he is a friendly person.
Mm.
Often takes me to school. Not
Mm.
only this, he takes a lot of crazy stories. He used to
He talks a lot. He talks. Okay. Okay. Continue.
he used to tell me about his childhood. That's it.
Childhood experiences. Right. Okay. And Tom, are you there, Tom?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. So Tom, could you please start? Yeah.
Uh, I am going to talk about my brother. One thing
Mm.
I love about him is that he's so cute. He
Mm.
often lay with me together when I need. Not only
Mm.
that, he is also establishing the fun atmosphere for my house.
Mm.
One thing sorry, teacher, have this I
Yeah, you can say one thing I love most about him is that. Okay, no problem, right? So this time let's have listening. Okay, so we're going to listen to someone talking about her family member. Okay. So what you need to do is I want you to listen and fill in the gaps, numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So my family, well, my family isn't a blank family. It's quite a blank. Okay. So I want you to listen and fill in the gaps, numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So it's number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Let's begin.
Let's talk about family. So, tell me about your family.
My family? Well, my family isn't a large family. It's quite a small family, in fact, and quite a typical family for my country. Just my parents, my older brother, and me. So, I'm the baby of the family. I think we're a close, happy family. We do a lot of things together, particularly preparing food and eating it, of course.
Okay. So one more time, please. And I want you to check your answers. Okay. Yeah.
Let's talk about family. So, tell me about your family.
My family? Well, my family isn't a large family. It's quite a small family, in fact, and quite a typical family for my country. Just my parents, my older brother, and me. So, I'm the baby of the family. I think we're a close, happy family. We do a lot of things together, particularly preparing food and eating it, of course.
Okay. So Nguyen, what's your answer number 1?
Teacher number one, I think a large.
Large. Number 2?
Number two, small.
Yes, small. Number 3, Shang. What did you hear, Shang?
Number three is close,
Close. Number 4.
happy.
Right, we're close and happy family. So we have here new word typical, all right? So and quite a typical family for my country, right? So I want you to write that in your vocabulary notebook, everyone. Typical. So typical is adjective, all right? Meaning usual or common, all right? Typical. Again, the function for this is adjective, all right? This means usual or common, okay? Here. So we have here a quite typical family for my country, just my parents, my older brother, and me. All right, so we're close, happy. We do a lot of things together, particularly preparing food and eating it, of course. Okay, so I want you to write this on your vocab notebook. Okay, so typical means usual or common. Okay, so typical family, typical activity, typical food. All right, typical students, typical people in my town is, etc. Okay, yeah. So let's I want you to talk about your family. Okay, so here I want you to let's try to check here first grammar. Let's review first the adverbs of frequency. All right, so we have here never, rarely, seldom, occasionally, sometimes, often, frequently, usually, and always. Okay, so let's review them because we're going to use them in our next activity. All right, so we have here, for example, how often does he go out with his family? So we have here often, we have here often, and then often, usually, sometimes, and so on. So I want you to listen to a candidate talking about the things he does with his family, and I want you to write the answers. Okay, so for example, all right, how often does he go out with his family? With his family, not with this family. All right. Let me correct that. Okay. Mm, with his family. Okay. Okay. So how often does he go out with his family? What days of the week does he go out with his family? Where do they often go? What do they usually do when they get to the park? And who sometimes go with them? Okay. So again, I want you to listen to a candidate talking about the things he does with his family, and I want you to write the answers. Okay. Let's listen.
How often do you go out with your family?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
How often do you go out with your family?
Well, we're a close family. We like spending a lot of time together. We try to go out once a week, usually at weekends, on Saturdays or Sundays. We all really like being in the fresh air, so we often go for a long walk along the beach. We enjoy going early in the morning when it's quiet. We never go when it's crowded. We live near a big park, so we sometimes go there. We usually go for a long walk and sometimes have a barbecue by the lake. Sometimes our cousin comes along too. He loves running around in the sunshine. He even enjoys swimming in the lake, so it's a good day out for him too.
Okay, one more time. I'd like you to listen again and check your answers, okay?
How often do you go out with your family?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
How often do you go out with your family?
Well, we're a close family. We like spending a lot of time together. We try to go out once a week, usually at weekends, on Saturdays or Sundays. We all really like being in the fresh air, so we often go for a long walk along the beach. We enjoy going early in the morning when it's quiet. We never go when it's crowded. We live near a big park, so we sometimes go there. We usually go for a long walk and sometimes have a barbecue by the lake. Sometimes our cousin comes along too. He loves running around in the sunshine. He even enjoys swimming in the lake, so it's a good day out for him too.
One more time, one more time. Okay, last time, okay? Let's listen and check
How
the
often do you
answers.
go out with your family?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
How often do you go out with your family?
Well, we're a close family. We like spending a lot of time together. We try to go out once a week, usually at weekends, on Saturdays or Sundays. We all really like being in the fresh air, so we often go for a long walk along the beach. We enjoy going early in the morning when it's quiet. We never go when it's crowded. We live near a big park, so we sometimes go there. We usually go for a long walk and sometimes have a barbecue by the lake. Sometimes our cousin comes along too. He loves running around in the sunshine. He even enjoys swimming in the lake, so it's a good day out for him too.
Okay, so let's hear from uh Tom. Tom, what's your answer number two? What days of the week does he go out with his family, Tom?
Sorry, teacher, happened.
And hear that. How about Tran Tien? What days of the week does he go out with his family?
Sorry, teacher.
No, too. How about New Hien? Did you hear the answer?
Teacher, I think Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, weekends, right? Saturdays and Sundays. Good. Where do they often go, New Hien?
Teacher, I think long walk and long beach.
Beach, right? So they often go to the beach. So the answer question here is um wait. Wait. So the question here is where, okay? So it should be the place, all right? Let's hear from Tran Tien. What do they usually do when they get to the park?
Sorry, teacher.
Okay, how about Tom?
Yes. They usually go long walk, barbecue.
Right. They usually go for a long walk or serve a barbecue. Very good. And Shang, did you hear the answer here? Who sometimes go with them?
Um, cousin.
Cousin, okay? Cousin, very good. So you know what's cousin, right? Yeah, cousins, very good. That's good. Now here's a model answer here. All right, so we're a close family. We like spending a lot of time together. We try to go out once a week, usually at weekends, all right? On Saturdays and Sundays. We all really like being in the fresh air, so we often go for a long walk along the beach, all right? That's it. We enjoy going early in the morning when it's quiet. We never go when it's crowded. We live near a big park, so we sometimes go there. We usually go for a long walk and sometimes have a barbecue by the lake. Sometimes our cousin comes along too. He loves running around in the sunshine. He even enjoys swimming in the lake, so it's a good day out for him too, all right? Cousin. Now I want you to talk about your family, okay? Here, just like this one, okay? So I want you to answer these questions here, all right? So we have the model answer here. How often do you go out with your family? What days of the week do you go out with your family? Where do you often go? What do you usually do there? Right? And who sometimes go with you? Okay. So I want you to answer these questions here. And write a short answer. Okay. Here. What do you usually do there? What else? And okay, here's a model answer. Okay, here, this one. Okay. So I want you to answer these questions here. All right. So there are two model answers here. So one is this one. This is the first model answers here. This one. And this is a model answer from from the part that we have just listened. Okay. So I want you to answer the questions your numbers 1 to 4. And again, in your grammar, I want you to use your complex sentences. So we have your giving reasons, additions, contrast, example, purpose, and condition. So here, for example, how often do you go out with your family? What days of the week do you go out with your family? Where do you often go? And what do you usually do there? Okay. All right. Okay. So let's do this in 3 to 5 minutes. All right. And after that, I want you to speak your answer in the class. Okay. Okay, so Shang, you finished, Shang?
Yes.
Ah, great job. So Shang, I'd like you to um, talk about the things that you do with your family. So I'd like you to answer the questions 1 to 4, okay? So Shang, can you start?
Yes. I often go out with my family after a long year because
Mm-hmm.
we're all busy as my parents spend most of their at work and
Mm,
also spend my time at school.
mm,
Actually, my parents and me are not at home on
on
weekdays.
weekdays, okay. Mm,
Sometimes they are free on Saturday, so we could go out is on that day.
mm,
And we will go out somewhere which is far from my hometown
mm,
because there aren't any nice places to enjoy hanging out. The place that we go to if we spend outside is usually at the mountains.
mm.
I
All
just
right.
finished 3 questions.
Okay, okay, no problem. Tom, you finished, Tom?
Yes, teacher.
All right, so Tom, I'd like you to answer those questions. Tom, I'd like you to tell us about what you do with your family and where you often go. Okay, so Tom, can you start?
Yes, we are a close family. Since my
Mm,
parents work on week and I am busy with school, we only
mm,
occasionally have to try to go out together.
mm,
Usually on weekends, especially Sundays, we try to
mm,
find some time to relax as a family.
mm,
We live near a lively neighborhood, so we
mm,
often take walks to enjoy the city atmosphere. If the weather
mm,
is nice, we stop by our favorite cafe
mm.
or try some street food at the night market nearby.
Street food. Okay. Mm,
However, if it rains or my parents are too busy, we stay at home and spend time watching movie or cooking together. From
right.
time to time, during holidays or vacation, we
Mm,
visit our grandparents in the countryside.
mm.
Those trips always bring us warm because we gather together and share happy stories. Even though we don't always have free time, we make an effort to keep these moments so that our family bond remains strong. That's all from my time.
Great, great, great. Nguyen, could you please tell us about what you usually do with your family and where you often go? Nguyen, can you start?
Yes, teacher.
Mm,
I often go out with my family, maybe time a month. In
mm,
Saturday or Sunday, we
mm,
usually go to a small cafe to
mm,
relax and spend time together. We also visit the shopping mall to watch a movie or try new food. My
right,
cousin often join us, so the trip become even more fun. I really
mm,
love that moment because they help us connect, relax after a week of work,
relax.
and
Mm,
forget all the stress that on.
right. Chantien, you finished?
Yes, teacher.
Great. So I'd like you to tell us about what do you usually do with your family together and where you often go. Can you start, Chantien?
I go out with my family on a month because
Mm,
we are very busy.
mm,
Uh, we we usually go out on May. We often go to the beach
mm.
or
Beach, okay.
the museum. I
M
usually work
museum, right? Museum, correct?
I usually work around to relax or
Mm,
enjoy the view. That's all.
Relax and enjoy the view. All right, that's great. So let's move on to our next activity. So in this next activity, what you need to do is I want you to describe each member of your family. So you don't need to draw, okay? So I only do this in my offline classes, but for my online classes, you don't need to draw. You just need to describe each member of your family. So for example, here my mom, she is funny, caring, and hardworking. My dad is serious, smart, confident, intelligent. My older brother is this and that and this. So you have to think at least three adjectives, all right, to describe a member of your family. Okay, and make sure it should be different. Okay, yeah, at least not the same for all members of your family. All right, so I want you to do this in 3 minutes, really short. Okay, so let's do this in 3 minutes. After that, I want you to speak your answer in the class. Okay, so again, I want you to describe each member of your family. So I want you to use here adjectives, okay, that best describe each member of your family. All right. Okay, so let's hear from New Hien. New Hien, could you describe your members of your family, please?
Teacher, my mom is careful, kind, and thoughtful,
Tough, right? Okay. Okay,
and my dad
next. Mm.
is hardworking, funny, and responsibility.
Responsible, okay, right.
And
Responsible,
my
okay.
sister is vivacious, talk a lot, and full of energy.
Responsible, talkative, very good. and energetic. Okay. Tom.
Yes.
Tom, could you please tell us about the members of your family, please?
Yes. My dad, hardworking,
Hardworking.
generous, gallant.
Uh-huh.
My mom is caring and close.
Caring. Okay.
Me,
I am.
confident.
Sorry?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Trantian?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah. Trantian, could you please tell us about your members of your family, please?
My mom is friendly, kind, and honest.
Honest. Okay. Next.
My my aunt is strictness, a kind, much,
Hmm.
much better.
That's all. Okay. Sean, could you please tell us about the members of your family, please?
Yes, my young brother is adorable and reluctant.
Hmm.
My dad is awesome. My mom is pretty and patient.
Patient. Yes. Finish.
Yes,
Finish. Okay. So let us check some new vocabs. I will send this later to your Zalo, all right? We have our new useful vocabs here: responsible, talkative, energetic, adorable, reluctant, and patient. Okay, that's good. Yeah. So let's check here. Speaking part two. Oh no, sorry, speaking part one. So in speaking part one, we have to speak more. Okay, so that means one question we have to speak more, and to do that, we have to use your complex sentences. Okay, so what are these complex sentences? We have your conjunctions that shows reasons, additions, contrast, example, purpose, and condition. There's a lot more, but these are the basic ones. Okay, so I want you to finish the sentences here. Okay, so you may need to change the information to make them true to you. So you don't need to again, here, for example, I visit my parents every weekend. So if you don't visit your parents, you can change. For example, I visit my friends, okay, not parents, all right? Because if you stay with your parents, of course, you don't need to visit your parents, okay? So again, you can change some information to make them true to you, okay? So for example, here, my sister is getting married next year. So if not getting married, for example, my sister is going to university next year because, all right, or my brother is going to travel to um Thailand next year, for example. So again, you can change some information. All right, everyone, I think you understand this one, all right? So change some information to make them true to you, okay? And I want you to use your conjunctions, complex sentences, all right? For example, because, so, this one, okay? Reasons, additions, contrast, example, purpose, and condition, okay? So I want you to finish these 5 sentences and again, change some information to make them true to you, okay? So let's do this in 3 minutes, okay? 3 to 5 minutes. And after that, I want you to speak your answer in the class, okay? Okay, so Shang, you finished, Shang?
I only finished one question.
Okay, one question. So can you tell me what is that, Shang?
I visit my grandparents every weekend where they live, which is a
Rural
rural.
area. Uh,
I really love nature.
right. Tom, how about you, Tom? What did you finish? Tom, you there? All right. How about Trantien? Trantien, you finish?
Yes, teacher.
Great job. Yeah. Trantien, could you please tell us about information that are true to you, okay, about your family? Trantien, can you start?
We have a large family, so our house is always noisy.
Mm.
That's all.
Okay. How about Nguyen?
Yes, teacher.
Mm.
My sister is getting married next year, so we are busy planning the wedding.
Mm. Okay. Let's finish. Yeah. So everyone, we see not tomorrow on Sunday, okay? So I'm gonna give you this homework, and I want you to write information about your family. So we have here, for example, are you more similar to your mother or your father? How often do you go out with your family? What do you enjoy doing with your family? And do you prefer spending time with your family or your friends? Okay. So again, I want you to use your complex sentences, all right? Answer all these questions here, A, B, C, or D. Use complex sentences, all right, to extend or to extend your talk or to make your talk longer, okay? So that's all for today, everyone. And yeah, see you on Sunday.